What if I told you that one of the biggest reasons people fail to get healthy is exercise? Not because exercise is bad, because of the way most people think about it. Think about what happens every January. Millions of people decide this is finally the year they're going to get in shape. They buy new shoes, new workout clothes, a gym membership, maybe a smartwatch, maybe a few supplements that some influencer promised would change their life. They're motivated, excited, ready for a fresh start, and then they create a workout plan that looks like something designed for a professional athlete. 6 days a week, hour-long workouts, morning cardio, evening workouts, stretching, and recovery routines, tracking apps, and fitness challenges. Everything changes overnight, and for a few days, they actually pull it off. Then reality arrives. Work gets busy. The weather gets bad. Their knees hurt. They're tired. And miss a workout. Then another. Then another. A few weeks later, they've quit. Again. And they come to the same conclusion they've come to a dozen times before. I just don't have enough discipline. But what if discipline isn't the problem? What if the problem is we've been taught to believe that getting healthy requires doing far more than necessary? What if the fastest plan to success is actually doing less? Because today, we're going to talk about one of the most powerful ideas in the 1% diet. The exercises that change your life are often the ones that seem way too easy. Part 1. The Exercise Trap. Here's the real problem. Most of us were taught to think about exercise completely backwards. We're told that more is better. More workouts, more sweat, more suffering, more discipline, more intensity. And if we're not getting results, the answer must be even more. Look, almost every fitness transformation you see online, the message is always the same. Work harder. Push harder, wake up earlier, train longer, grind more, no days off, no excuses, no pain, no gain. And after seeing that message enough times, we start believing that the only way to get healthy is to become some kind of fitness machine. So when we decide to change our lives, we don't start where we are. We start where the fitness influencer is. We try to exercise like someone who's already been training for 10 years. We try to live like someone whose entire job is fitness. And when we can't keep up, we assume that there's something wrong with us. Maybe we're lazy. Maybe we lack motivation. Maybe we don't have enough discipline. But what if that's not true? What if the problem isn't that you're doing too little? What if the problem is that you're trying to do far too much? Because the goal isn't to find the hardest workout you can survive. The goal is to find the simplest workout you'll still be doing 6 months from now. And that's where almost everything changes. Part 2. What actually creates results? So if more effort isn't the answer, what actually creates results? Most people think results come from intensity. The hardest workout, the longest workout, the workout that leaves you lying face down on the floor questioning your life choices. But that's not what creates results. Results come from repetition. Think about it. Would you rather do one heroic 3-hour workout and then skip the next 2 weeks? Or 20-minute workouts 3 times a week for an entire year? The second person wins. Every time. Because your body doesn't care how motivated you felt on Monday. It responds to what you do consistently. Imagine 2 people. One person goes all in. They buy the shoes, the smartwatch, the supplements, the gym membership. They attack fitness like it's a military operation for 2 weeks. The other person starts by walking for 10 minutes after dinner. Not exciting, not impressive. Nobody on social media is making motivational videos about it. But they keep doing it, week after week, month after month. A year later, who do you think has the better results? The person who occasionally goes to war with their body, or the person who quietly showed up hundreds of times? That's the secret most fitness influencers accidentally skip. Results don't come from the workout you survive. They come from the workout you repeat. The goal isn't to find the most intense program. The goal is to find the simplest program you'll still be doing 6 months from now, because consistency beats intensity, and sustainable always beats extreme. Part 3, the minimum effective dose. Here's a concept that completely changed the way I think about exercise. The minimum effective dose. In medicine, the minimum effective dose is the smallest amount needed to produce the desired result. More isn't always better, it's just more. But when most people decide to get in shape, they don't ask, what's the smallest amount of exercise that will move me closer to my goal? They ask, what's the hardest workout I can survive? Imagine two people. The first person signs up for the most intense program they can find. 6 workouts a week, 90 minutes a day, meal plans, apps, spreadsheets, recovery gadgets, a fitness program that looks like it requires approval from the Department of Defense. The second person does a 20-minute workout 3 times a week and goes for a 10-minute walk after dinner most days. Nothing impressive, nothing Instagram-worthy, nothing that would make a fitness influencer cry tears of inspiration. Now fast forward 6 months. Which person do you think is still exercising? That's the question that matters. Because the best workout isn't the one that leaves you lying face down on the gym floor questioning your life choices. It's the one you'll actually do again tomorrow, and the next week, and the next month. The goal isn't to find the maximum amount of exercise you can tolerate. The goal is to find the minimum amount that creates results and that you can repeat consistently. Because once you discover that sweet spot, something interesting happens. You stop relying on motivation. You start building momentum. Part 4, why exercise feels harder after 50. Now, if you're over 50, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but exercise really does feel harder than it used to. And you're right. When you're 25, you can stay up half the night, eat something that barely qualifies as food, skip recovery entirely, and somehow still show up the next day feeling pretty good. At 55, you sleep funny and need 3 business days to recover. That's not weakness, that's biology. As we age, we generally recover more slowly, lose muscle more easily, and often have more responsibilities competing for our time and energy. And let's be honest, most of us aren't just exercising anymore. We're exercising while managing careers, spouses, kids, grandkids, aging parents, sore knees, and whatever mysterious injury appeared after reaching for something on the top shelf. But here's where many people make a mistake. They assume that because exercise feels harder, they need to push harder. Remember these from part 1? More workouts, more intensity, more suffering, more determination. In reality, the opposite is often true. The older you get, the more important it becomes to choose exercises that you can actually recover from and repeat consistently. Think about it this way. When you were younger, your body could sometimes bail you out of bad decisions. After 50, your body becomes a much stricter accountant. Every workout has a cost. Every recovery choice matters. And the goal isn't to prove how tough you are. The goal is to keep showing up, because the people who stay healthy long-term aren't usually the ones doing the most extreme workouts. They're the ones still moving, still training, and still taking care of themselves years later. Part 5, the exercises that matter most. If you're following the 1% diet, focus on the exercises that give you the biggest return on investment. Not the exercises that look the most impressive on social media. Not the exercises that leave you exhausted. The exercises that give you the most benefit for the time and energy you invest. Number 1, walk more. Walking is still one of the most underrated health tools on the planet. It doesn't require a gym membership. It doesn't require special equipment. It doesn't leave you feeling like you got hit by a truck the next day. A simple 10-minute walk after dinner, repeated week after week, can do more for your long-term health than a workout program you quit after 3 weeks. Number 2, strength train. Not because you're trying to become a bodybuilder, because muscle is your insurance policy against aging. Muscle helps you stay strong, maintain independence, improve balance, and continue doing the things you enjoy later in life. You don't need complicated workouts. A few basic exercises performed consistently can produce remarkable results over time. These include dumbbell curls, goblet squats, dumbbell shoulder presses, body weight sit to stand, farmer's carries. Number 3, stay active throughout the day. Take the stairs, carry things, park farther away, walk while you're on the phone. Stand up more often. Many people think exercise only counts when they're wearing workout clothes, but your body doesn't care where the movement comes from. Movement is movement, and it all adds up. Now notice what isn't on the list. Marathon training, no extreme boot camps, no 2-hour daily workouts. Could those things work? Sure, but they're not required. In fact, many people spend so much time looking for the perfect exercise program that they never consistently do a good one. Simple works, simple is repeatable, simple is sustainable, and sustainable always wins. Part 6, the 1% exercise plan. If you're not exercising consistently right now, don't start with an hour. Start with 1%. Try one of these. Walk 10 minutes. Do 10 squats. Do 5 push-ups. Use resistance bands for 5 minutes. Take a short walk after dinner. Park farther away. Take the stairs. That's it. Small enough to do, small enough to repeat, small enough to become a habit. Remember, the perfect workout you never do has zero value. The simple workout you repeat every week changes your life. Most people believe that results come from doing more. More workouts, more sweat, more suffering. But lasting results usually come from doing less, more consistently. That's the power of the 1% diet. You don't need to become a fitness fanatic overnight. You just need to become slightly more active than you were yesterday. Small change, big impact. If you got nothing else from this video, remember this. Stop trying to do everything. Start doing something 1% better every day. Speaking of 1%, it's time for the 1% challenge. Before the video ends, choose one of the following and do it today. Walk for 10 minutes. Do 10 bodyweight squats. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Walk for 5 minutes after dinner. Do 1 set of push-ups. Use resistance bands for 5 minutes. Don't do all of them. Pick one. Do it today. Then do it again tomorrow, because that's how lasting change begins. And make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss my next video on recovery, why fat loss starts in bed.